Hi guys, so there's a tad bit of construction going on if you hear that noise again. So today I want to do a video. It's like a tag, 31 days of Wicca or witchcraft. You guys are welcome to make this video as well. It can kind of be for the Wicca community on YouTube. Question number 1, how did I discover my path? I was actually on Instagram and I saw a picture come up under quotes because I was looking at quotes because I loved posting quotes and finding quotes to write on my wall and stuff. And this quote came up and it had hashtag Wicca. So I clicked on the hashtag and then I discovered a whole lot more about Wicca. Yeah, so those kind of things are things within Christianity that I did not have and that I wanted. And reading that all of those things were in one religion, I was like, oh my gosh, like I found it. Because before then I tried to be Christian and I just wasn't believing what I was trying to believe and do. And there was always a time where I was like, I don't believe in that though. And then people were like, that's okay, you don't have to believe in everything. And I'm like, but that's cherry picking. And I wanted something that I could fully believe in and not have to be like, oh, I don't believe in that, I don't believe in that. Because if you don't believe in certain parts of something, then you don't believe in the whole religion as a whole. Wicca came along and that was no longer a problem for me. Number 2, how long have you been practicing? I've been Wiccan for more than 3 years now, but I haven't been like actually practicing the witchcraft aspect very long at all. For anybody curious, that aspect is like worshipping your god and goddess, and I haven't really done that. It's also like celebrating Sabbats and Esbats. I haven't done much of that at all. I've just been really learning and taking it slow. I've begun a little bit, but it's definitely not a lot, and I don't want to force myself to just go full in and just start doing things I'm not ready to do. I want to just take my time, and when I'm ready to do something, I will do something. Number 3, what kind of Wiccan or witch are you? I'm a solitary electric Wiccan, so I practice by myself, but I can grab things from all over the place as long as they still follow the basic beliefs like Sabbats, Esbats, and the Wiccan Read. And I'm interested in kitchen and green witchery. Number 4, what Pacific path or tradition do I follow? Well, I already said I'm eclectic, so I grab things from all over. I don't know, guys. I'm all over the place. Number 5, do you have any ethics or moral codes that you follow? I do follow the Wiccan Read. Some Wiccans don't. There's argumentation over when it was actually created, who created it, what the words actually translate to and mean. So it's really if you believe in it, then you believe in it. I do, because I don't see the point in not believing it when everything it says is something to do with Wicca and being nice. It's not like it's saying kill people. Like, it's nothing bad. It's all good things, like be kind to one another. So I'm like, why would you not believe in that? So because I follow the Wiccan Read so closely, I'm also a vegan, and I try not to discriminate in any way against animals, against non-human animals, against blacks, against whites, against Asians, against people of different ages, people of different sizes, people of different ethnicities, people of different cultures, all that kind of stuff. I try not to discriminate. I do onto others as I would like done onto myself. Treat others the way you want to be treated, in other words. Number 6, are you a solitary or have you worked with others in a coven? I'm solitary, like I already said. There's not really any covens in my area that I know of, and I'm not really interested in working with other people. I think religion is something very personal, and I think it's great if like I was being taught new things that I don't know, but maybe I'll want to work in a coven one day, I don't know. But right now, I am not in one, and I don't really want to be. Number 7, do I practice divination? If so, what techniques? I do, and I'm very interested in like exploring all the different forms of divination. But so far I've only used my pendulum. Number 8, would you or do you read for others, and why? I don't really know what that means. I'm thinking it could mean like any sort of divination, like do you do it for other people? I haven't yet, but if I felt like I knew enough about it, I probably would. Number 9, Do you believe in supernatural and paranormal stuff? Yes, but I don't believe in demons. There's negative energy out there, there's positive energy out there, and spirits can have positive or negative actions, just like people, but that doesn't make them an evil person or a good, all perfect person. You know, nobody's perfect, everyone's good and everyone is bad. It's a balance of that. I do believe in spirits, which is what most people call ghosts. I believe in werewolves and vampires and elemental. Number 10, what are my beliefs on the afterlife? I believe in reincarnation. So I believe when you die, you get a break in Summerland, which is like heaven-like if you're unfamiliar with what it is. It's just like a place where every spirit can rest before they decide to reincarnate into a different being. So whenever they're ready to go back into another form, then they would do so. And the cycle repeats itself. I just believe it keeps repeating itself, and even if the earth got destroyed, I would believe we'd come back, because nature always wins. Number 11, do your family and friends know that you practice? I have in my bio and stuff online that I'm Wiccan, so if people don't know what that is, then they don't know. But if people know what that is or have seen it and they've been interested in it, then they can look it up and they can see. My mom knows, my sister knows, my boyfriend, I've talked to him about it too, because he is not Wiccan. He's Christian. He doesn't like my beliefs. I kind of told him, like, well, if you don't like my beliefs, they're not changing, so you can just leave if you cannot accept them. And we've been together 4 years, and he got me a promise ring, so I don't think he is leaving anytime soon. I tell people when it comes up in conversations, like if they're talking about God and stuff, and they're like, oh, what do you believe? And I'm like, oh, I'm Wiccan, I believe that like the sun is the god and the moon is the goddess, and then they're like, whoa, that's so interesting. Anybody who isn't my immediate friends and family, I don't know, like I don't talk to them that much. Number 12, will you teach your children? I don't believe in forcing kids to be a part of any religion. I just want them to be kids, and then one day they'll grow up and they'll connect with some religion, or none at all. And that's what I believe. I believe you can teach them all religions, like teach them a little bit here and there, and then if they find one that they connect with and you taught it to them, then there you go. That's what they believe. I don't believe Wicca or any other religion to be the true religion, the truth. I think everybody has their own truth. They are all going to believe in different things. Different things are going to make sense to them. I think if a kid is meant to be of a religion, he or she will find it eventually without any trouble. You don't even have to teach them about it, they will find it. Like how I found Wicca. My parents didn't teach me about Wicca, I didn't learn about it in school, I found it myself. If my kids ever see me practicing, I will tell them what I am doing. Number 13, matron, goddess. So if you don't have one, list the ones you favor. So I believe mine is Selene, which is the goddess, Greek goddess of the moon and the wolves. Number 14, patron, god. If you don't have one, list the ones you favor. I favor Lu, he is a sun god. I forget what group he's from. Number 15, favorite pantheon, so group of gods. Greek, because in grade 9 we began learning about that more. I learned about it too in like when I was in elementary school, but I didn't really pay attention. But since then it's really stuck with me, and I think because of Percy Jackson that I had a connection to it, because I could like visualize because of the movie. So Poseidon has always kind of been one of my favorites. Number 16, what are your sun, moon, and rising signs? My sun sign or my zodiac sign is Leo. My moon sign is Libra, and my rising sign is also Libra. I'm gonna make another video talking about those more in depth and about the certain traits that I fit under. So if you're interested, then that will be up eventually. Number 17, what is your element? So when I first came to Wicca, I thought your zodiac or your sun sign was what your element was. But nope. Because according to that, it was supposed to be fire, but I feel like that's my least connected to element. At first, I felt a very deep connection with what I thought to be the wind, because I used to climb up on this really high tree we had, and I'd like blow my hair in the wind, and I just love being up in the tree. And then I realized it wasn't the wind that I liked. I mean, a little bit, of course. But it was mostly the tree, just being up in a tree. Because being up in a tree, for me, is so much different than being, like, up on a really high equipment. And then I remembered when I was younger, I used to take pieces of every single tree my dad cut down, and I'd put it in my tree fort. And I would be like, I'm sorry that we had to cut you down. We needed you for firewood. Thank you for your life. And I would set it down. And saying that now, it's like, it's really weird if you're not in a nature-based religion and you don't have those beliefs, but it makes a lot of sense to me now, because I'm like I was connecting with nature so much and I didn't even realize it. And sometimes I cried when I was like, thank you for taking your life. And I felt like so emotional about it. And like now it's weird because like I haven't done that in a very long time, but I completely get where I was coming from. I was thankful for everything I was getting from the earth. Number 18 is your favorite seasoning. Seasoning. So fall is by far my favorite, because the weather goes from warm to cold. You get to wear a mix of shorts and dresses and leggings and sweaters. It rains more. I like the rain but without thunder because I'm scared of thunder. It gets dark early in the morning so I can see the sunrise. There's pumpkins, pumpkin pie, pumpkin carving, pumpkin decor, the smell of cloves and cinnamon, the leaves changing colors and falling, like, oh. I love doing special effects makeup, and it is appropriate to do that in the fall time because Halloween, or as I celebrate, Samhain. There's corn and squash that are in season. There's horror movies all the time. There is haunted houses. And yeah, there's so many things that I love in fall. Even though like I like things in all the seasons, like it's hard to pick which one is my favorite. Number 19, favorite tree. The willow tree is my favorite tree because when the branches blow in the wind, they make noises, and it's said that those noises are fairies whispering, falling over the leaves, and then you can like chill under there, and it's like a cool little hideout. Favorite flower, it's a red rose or forget-me-nots. I like them because of their symbolism. Number 21, favorite gem, quartz. Or anything clear, because I just really like clear stones, or stones that are like whitish clear-ish. They get rid of negative energy. Number 22, favorite animal, wolves. Don't even have to think about it, wolves. Number 23, favorite color. My favorite color is blue because I like any color of blue. Whereas other colors, I don't really like all the colors in the spectrum. 24, do I have a familiar? If so, what is your familiar? No, I don't have one, and you don't need one. 25, favorite book on Wicca or witchcraft. So I haven't read a lot. I've only read 4 from my local library, but most of my knowledge actually comes from researching online, because other people share things from books, and they share their own experiences and stuff, and I find that much more cheaper for me and easier to access. 26, favorite websites. So I don't really have a favorite, but there's a few that always pop up all the time. One of them is wicca.com, and that's like the only one I remember. Number 27, famous Wiccan or witch. I don't have one that I favor. 28, favorite divination tool. My pendulum, because that's the only thing I've used. 29, do you have an altar, and what is your favorite tool? I have like a little setup kind of thing, but right now it's not set up because I just moved into this apartment. But I wouldn't call it an altar yet. Definitely not what I want it to look like, and I'm still kind of gathering the stuff I want for it. So 30, do I have a book of shadows or a grimoire? Yes, I have my online one. I have my physical one that I do artsy stuff in. 31, what phase is the moon currently in? So right now the moon is in a waxing phase. So it's like right down the middle, perfect half crescent. It's not full moon yet, but it's working towards that. But by the time you're watching this, it's probably gonna change anyways, so. And yeah, this is the end of the video, guys. Sorry this was so long. I didn't think it was gonna be this long of a video, but I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in another video. Bye.